Hey, what's up guys? It's Gerald. I'm bringing you another UFC Fight Night prediction video, this time between Vera and Cruz. This fight goes down today, Saturday, August 18th, 2022. It's from San Diego, so Dom Cruz's hometown. It's going down. Good to see him traveling a little bit outside of the Apex. Still on the West Coast, but that's fine. Not really impressed with the card, guys, but main event is intriguing. A lot of UFC vets on this card, some newcomers, but let's dive right into it. Use of Zalal against Amon Blackshear. Very intriguing fight at 135. Zalal dropping down to bantamweight after 3 fights at 145. He's on a 3-fight skid. Amon Blackshear has been on the regional scene for a while. He's a good submission grappler. 28 years old, CFFC vet. So he's fought on the Northeast coast, and like I said, some really impressive wins here. And I was really kind of leaning Blackshear all week, man. I'm just very skeptic of guys that, you know, they're on a skid and they're cutting weight. But what's the law? He was really active for a while, and never been the biggest Zalal guy. You can see I've kind of faded him pretty hard in a lot of his UFC fights. I'm gonna side with the guy here, man. I think just we'll see if dropping him maybe his more natural weight will help. He's probably definitely the better striker. Is just, can he keep this upright? And the fact that he's already got 6 UFC fights under his belt gives me some hope in this guy still, that he can still turn the ship around and pick up a win here. But I'm excited about Blackshear. He's taking this fight on short notice, and I think he will have some success in the bantamweight division, even though it is a shark tank of a division. But I am going to side with Zalal here by decision. Next up, Jason Witt against Josh Quinlan. Like I said, this fight's taking place at 10 pounds north at a catch weight of 180. Quinlan, Dana White Contender Series vet. There's still some steroids floating around in this system, those metabolites or whatever. Don't really know what to think of this guy, man. We're gonna see how things play out. Just not really high on Jason Witt. Not high on all at this guy. I don't think I've ever picked. Oh, okay, I have picked him one time. But I'm definitely fading him here, man. I'm gonna side with Josh Quinlan by first round knockout. Osbourne against Tyson Nam. Very interesting fight. 2 inconsistent guys. Again, I don't know how you could really back either of these guys. Osbourne, this guy's let me down against Brian Kelleher back in the day. I haven't been on the guy since, but you know, he's picked up a nice couple wins. The Vergara fight, he was badly gassing. And now Cape, he was looking good until he got caught. Tyson Nam, I mean, he's a counter striker. He's looking to knock you out. And he knocked out Rivera and Adeshev, 2 guys that Osbourne's beat as well. So I'm gonna side with Osbourne here by decision, but nothing's gonna surprise me in this fight. Just like nothing will surprise me in this coming fight, Gabriel Benitez against Charliana Barros. I think I've picked on Barros twice. No, I picked him once. And he was looking good until he got caught. I'm not high on Steve Garcia either. Benitez, he had flashes of greatness in his loss to Onama, but Onama weathered the storm and knocked him out. I am going to side with Benitez here to get it done. He is kind of more of the local guy. Nunes against Cynthia Cavillo. I am totally off the Cavillo train. She did pick up a nice win over Jessica I. A few UFCs ago. Never really been high on her. She's let me down numerous times. I've picked her. A lot more hype back on her about 5 years ago when she was training with Justin Buckles and all that. But in Uriah Faber, just not a lot of confidence with her. But she's been in the UFC for a while. Like I said, I'll never forget when she fought Pearl Gonzalez and all that stuff, short notice. And that's when there was a lot of hype behind her. I think the 2017, 2018 era. And then we just kind of seen that hype kind of go out the window here. Nice win. Like I said, the UFC needed her. She picked up a nice main event win over Jessica I in a very lackluster main event. Jessica I looked horrible. It's been on 3-fight skid. And I think Nina Nunes here is a little bit revitalized, man. I think this is going to be a close fight, but I like Nina Nunes here. Really kind of surprised there's not more action coming in on her. I like the fact that she is moving up to 125. She looks healthy at this weight, looked healthy at the weigh-ins. And I'm going to side with Nina Nunes here. Lucas Brzezinski against Martin Buday. Brzezinski, he's been out for a while. I think with a steroid suspension. He was on the Contender Series. So he's going up against a guy who I think looked very good his last time out, in Martin Buday. He beat a guy that a lot of guys have been having a hard time beating, in Chris Barnett. And he did a good job doing it, man, because Chris Barnett, he's had a couple shocking wins in the UFC. I mean, where he beat Jean Vellante. He did lose to Rothwell, but he did beat Jean Vellante, and I think Volante's retirement fight, but we know what Vellante is at this point. But Martin Buday, this guy is a Slovak heavyweight, and hey, UFC always needs heavyweight talent here, and they might have a decent prospect here in Buday. Interesting to see how this fight plays out. Everybody likes a heavyweight slugfest. I'm going to side with Martin Buday here to get the job done. Angela Hill and Lupita Godinez. Probably Angela Hill's retirement fight. I think she's on a 3 or 4 fight skid. 3-fight skid. Like I said, she lost a tough split decision to Michelle Waterson a couple years ago, and it's just, that was her one main event spot. I don't know if she's ever main evented again. I don't think she has. She beat Ashley Yoder, but just, you know, she's just fighting girls that are a little better than her. Lupita Godinez, very good takedown artist. She's lost once to Luana Carolina, which is a bad loss. She took it on very short notice, though. But I am going to side with Godinez here. But, you know, Angela Hill's path to victory is keeping this fight standing. Gerald Mearshart against Bruno Silva. I think the UFC has been kind of trying to get rid of Mearshart for a while. And I understand he's just not really an exciting fighter. Beat Dustin. He went on a 3-fight winning streak, which is amazing. I'm still surprised he beat Bartos Fabinsky. I figured Fabinsky was a little better than that. But, yeah, I mean, you know, they tried to fade him to Muradov, but he survived the storm. I just like Bruno Silva here, man. I think the guy's a real good striker. He went toe-to-toe with Pereira a couple fights ago. Well, his last fight, honestly. I like Bruno Silva here, man. This guy's a nasty Muay Thai guy. And I think he will keep this standing, and I do think he will knock Mearshart out. Another fight I was going back and forth with Devin Clark against Azamat Murzakanov. And I was kind of on the Devin Clark train at first. I think I'm going to side with Murzakanov here. Two guys you really can't trust. Murzakanov did not look good until he knocked out Tafon with that flying knee in the 3rd round. Devin Clark, you know, he's a good wrestler, but man, his striking isn't there. He gets tired. He starts throwing sloppy shots. I think that's kind of where Azamat can capitalize, man. I think even if Azamat is tired from grappling exchanges, I think the guy's still dangerous, man. He's still the better striker. He's gonna reset. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna strike with Devin, man. And we've seen Devin go down numerous times. Guy cannot trust this. You cannot trust this guy. He beat William Knight, but we know William Knight is not a UFC caliber fighter. I'm gonna side with Azamat here. 1st round knockout. Yasmin Urigal against Izaman Lucindo. Don't know a lot about either of these girls. I know there's a lot of hype here on Yasmin, and she's going to be my pick as well for this fight. She's a big favorite in this fight against the Brazilian Izaman Lucindo. So I'm going to side with Yasmin here. David Ornama against Nate Landwehr. Some guys are taking a shot on Landwehr. Just the problem is, man, this guy's chin can't be trusted. He is a good grappler. Did have a nice win over Ludovic Klein. But Klein is having some good success now at 155 now. Lost to Rosa. Lost to Herbert Burns. Onama, yeah, it did worry me. He did get taken down a couple times by Garrett Armfield in his last fight. I'm going to set with Onama here by first round knockout, but like I said, it won't surprise me if Lambert gets this dub just by picking up a decision win with takedowns. Marlon Vera against Dominic Cruz. Man, I just don't understand. I do understand that Dominic Cruz is a big underdog. This guy's a UFC vet, WEC vet. He's been around this game a long time. Got a lot of respect for this guy. He's won and lost me money over the years. But this guy is near 40 and he's going up against Marlon Vera, who is just, guy's completely won me over, man, from what I used to think of the guy. Haven't had a lot of success picking against this guy. I've picked against this guy a lot, man. So for me to be coming on this guy, it's just telling you, that's just telling you how I think of it, man. I mean, this guy's really won me over the years, man. Like I said, I was even on Rob Font against him, even though Rob Font missed weight. Picked Edgar against him. So I've been looking to fade this guy a lot, man. And this is the one time I'm out looking to fade this guy. Really impressed me in that Rob Font guy, or the Rob Font fight. He did take some damage. I did think he lost that first round, but after that, it was all Marlon Vera, man. He, even though Rob Font was looking good in some of those other rounds, Marlon Vera would end up landing some devastating shots on him. And I could see that happening here. But the difference is, I don't think Cruz is going to come back from what Rob Font took against Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera, man, he's just going to walk this guy down. And Dominic might try to pot shot and do whatever, but he's just not as fast as he was. Marlon Vera's got some nasty kick. Marlon Vera, honestly, is just a nastier fighter, man. And I got a lot of respect for Dominic. I'm still surprised this guy's hanging around in the game, honestly, man. I kind of thought after that Henry Cejudo fight that he was out of it. I mean, I thought Dominic Cruz was out of this shit 10 years ago, you know? So, he didn't fight for a long time after Garbrandt. He's picked up a couple wins over guys that, are fringe top 15 fighters, and Munoz and Casey Kenny. And Munoz had him badly hurt as well. But he's been a very inactive fighter, man, and you just cannot go off his previous resume where he's fought a lot smaller guys, man. It was just a different era back then, man. Just completely different era. And he's 37. Marlon Vera's 29, I believe. And like I said, I don't want to just feel like I'm riding this biasy wave, because I understand him, and I'm not going to fault guys for taking that big number shot on Cruz, plus 180, plus 220, plus 200. I get it, man. I get it. I completely understand the value is, if you're going to look at this from a betting perspective, it's definitely Cruz or pass. But as far as for a straight pick, I just have to side with Vera here, man. It's hard for me to believe that Vera's going to lose this fight. I don't see it. I don't see it. So I will side with Marlon Vera here by TKO or decision win here. So my picks are Marlon Vera, David Onama, Jasmine, Murzakanov. Oh, Priscilla Cachoeira. That's the fight I missed. Priscilla Cachoeira against Ariane Lipsky. I am going to side with Cachoeira here. Zero confidence in either of these girls, though. So Cachoeira, Silva, Godinez, Buday, Nunes, Benitez, Osbourne, Quinlan, and Zalal.